Real estate investors are having a very hard time in this market, guys.
It's just been really hard.
It's no surprise, especially with high interest rates and overpriced homes, right? The values of homes are still not where we want them to be. So it's not crazy that investors are having a very hard time. But here's the question. How bad is it for actual investors? We're going to talk about that, guys. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. And as always, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It does help out the channel. And also check in that description, check in that pinned comment. I have a newsletter. Yes, a newsletter that talks about things that I don't talk about on this channel in these videos, guys. And I promise you, you will love it. And it's free. How can you beat that? But let's jump into it. Housing is so unattractive that investors' purchases have plummeted 45%, guys. That's right, almost 50%. It's been cut in half. Now, is this a surprise? And if you are a person who is just buying a house, or if you are an investor who's watching this channel trying to purchase an investment property, you know that the way that this market is going, it's not as easy to navigate through this market as it has been. With interest rates going as high and these stubborn sellers, which I get it. If I was a seller too, and if you were a seller, you're going to try to get the most out of your home. But we have a lot of sellers right now, guys, that are literally just sitting and going,
I don't want to break down the price.
We have a lot of those guys that are just sitting on the line and just going, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to cut $40,000, $50,000, $20,000, $10,000 off. They don't want to do it. And that's okay, because if demand keeps dropping and you have to sell the property, it's all about situations, then the price will have to come down. The U.S. housing market isn't affordable or attractive to most Americans, and that includes real estate investors. Redfin reports Wednesday that investor purchases on homes dropped 45% in the second quarter compared to the same time last year, excluding the first quarter when annual declines was 48%. That was the steepest plunge since 2008, guys. If you're a real estate investor, guys, like I've said before, deals are really hard to come by. I'm of the camp of making sure that you purchase correctly. I'm not in the camp of overpaying and then hoping that you will make your money somewhere down the line. I'm in the camp of buy right from the day that you purchase the property. The day you purchase a property. And that sentiment goes no matter if I'm investing or I'm telling you to purchase a home. You buy right, guys. Buy right. Write that down. Let's say it all together. Do not overpay. I don't want you guys to overpay no matter if you're an investor or if you're trying to purchase your first home or purchase a home just in general. This lesson is universal. And I try to explain this to individuals, and a lot of investors are now just seeing, this is the crazy part. Investors are now just seeing that the market is overpriced. They're just now seeing, and we've seen this from BlackRock, Zillow, all these other companies that tried to do this iBuying, and it just didn't work out in their favor. They went out here thinking that they could use an algorithm to determine prices, and they overpaid for properties. And then they tried to sell you guys those overvalued properties, and you guys said, not today. Not today.
Aha! A trick!
I'm not overpaying for that. And these properties sat on the market, and we're seeing they're sitting on the market longer and longer, and they're have to doing price cut after price cut after price cut. Now, the price cuts may not be what some of you guys in the comment section will say, Orlando, they're not 100%. We need 100%. We need free homes. They're not $1 homes, right? They may be cutting them down by $10,000 one month, another month, another $10,000. We are seeing that. It's going down, down, and down. And I know, it's not going down as fast as it went up high, but that is the way things go in this real estate game, guys. And you have to understand that. You have to be patient. Patience is key in this game.
Take your time, sleep on it, then get back to me.
This is the national year-over-year growth in investor purchases. You see this red? This BlackRock era. This is the Airbnb BlackRock era, right? Now we're in this gray and it's in the negative. This area here is, why did I purchase this overpriced home? What am I gonna do? Am I gonna sell it? I'm not bringing in the same amount of renters and rent that I was previously bringing in. What do I do era? And so you're seeing a lot of people second guess and decide to do one of two things: either sell their properties and, just take the loss, or two, they're holding on to the properties thinking that hopefully this will turn around. Hopefully this will turn around and I won't have to take a loss on this property. But either way, they're not buying any more properties, guys. The drop has been steep, and we see this from this actual chart here. From the data, it's showing us. It says investors' market share in real estate continues to fall, hitting 16% in the second quarter. That's further below the all-time high of 20% in the first quarter of 2022, when the home buying boom of the pandemic still had legs. Offers from hedge funds have dried up, and that's what I've talked about, guys. BlackRock, these guys aren't buying homes, not as aggressively as they were before. If they are buying homes, guys, they're trying to get deals. They will probably buy from a failing mom and pop or another hedge fund that overpaid, and they feel that's a discount. But I can promise you, they're not going in trying to purchase things at a year ago or 2 year ago purchase price. They're not doing that. And I know there's this commentary of like,
Everything's still going up, up, and up. Everything is just like it was a year or two ago.
and I'm telling you guys, that's not the case. You can actually see the market going in one direction or the other. Now, we do understand that real estate and housing, just in general, it's local, guys. And I've said that to you over and over and over. So you have to make sure that you're looking in your local market. It's great to look at this national data. It's very important. I think it has its place, but you really have to make sure that you're looking at your local area. Sitting on the sidelines with a purpose, as I say. And this goes for a real estate investor or someone who's purchasing a home. You have to do this. And this is the reason why you're seeing these investors, especially these hedge funds, saying, I'm going to sit this one out.
Interesting.
I haven't received an offer from one in a long time, except unrealistically low offers. And this is from an agent in Las Vegas. See what I'm saying there? What did I just tell you guys? I told you guys that the hedge funds are saying,
You know what? We're not interested anymore in paying what we paid a year or two ago. We're not. We will give you a really low ball to help you get out of a situation that you may be in or you may not be in. But hey, we're gonna gamble and throw it at you, and if you take it, great. If you don't, who cares?
That's what a lot of hedge fund and investors are doing. What does this mean for you if you're not a hedge fund or investor just in general, right? And you're just looking to purchase a home to live in. This means that you should be looking in your market, putting in offers that are lower or quote unquote low ball. Put in those offers that you think that people will not take. Put those offers in. And if they don't take it, oh well. If they take it, congratulations. You just got yourself the house at the price that you wanted.
Gotcha.
It doesn't hurt. And I know what you're thinking.
Well, Orlando, my realtor won't do that. My real estate agent said, I'm not sending in those offers.
I mean, what else does he have to do? I mean, that was a joke. That was a joke. There are a lot of realtors that are sitting on their hands right now, a lot of free time on their hands. So I don't know why your realtor isn't trying to work for you. I mean, that's how they get their commission, right? You're paying them, right? So if you're paying them and they're getting their commission from doing the transaction with you, then shouldn't they be working for you? Shouldn't they go out there and put in the offers that you want, that you can afford? I would think so. And if you don't have that type of real estate agent, you should probably get one that will be on your side and not on his side and the seller side. From the mid-2020s up until early 2022, when interest rates started going up, hedge funds bought up a ton of property and immediately turned those to rentals, pricing out local buyers. Now, a big portion of those homes are owned by investors, but they're not adding to their portfolios. We talked about this. It's just not happening. As an investor myself, the properties are just too expensive. A lot of these homes that people want to sell, they want ridiculous prices for them. The rents don't make sense. You're losing money from the cash flow from the very beginning. Like, are you kidding me? You want me to buy a property I'm losing money on? And a lot of these investors will say, I mean, that ain't my problem. That's yours. No, it's your problem because I'm never going to buy that property. Don't get swindled into purchasing a property where you're losing money on it the second you buy it. The second you buy it, that's not an investment. You're losing money on day one and hoping, praying that in 5 years, you'll make $1 off of that property. And you're hoping that. That's nuts. But a lot of these sellers are putting that pressure on individuals. You came to me looking to buy this property, and I don't have to sell it to you at a profitable value. And if I were you, I would walk away from that, just like I tell homeowners to walk away from deals that are too expensive. If you know the property is overvalued, why would you overpay for it? The same thing applies if you're an investor. All this comes as mortgage rates are still hovering near 7% amid low inventory, general uncertainty about where the housing market and the economy is gonna go. Home flippers may be slower to come back. Now, listen, home flippers, can we have a moment of silence? Home flippers, man, there's a lot of smart ones out there, but the amount of home flippers out there that made tons of mistakes, that were new flippers that got in this craziness in 1 to 2 years ago, heavily outweighs the good, smart ones, the experienced home flippers by far, guys. And those groups of people, just like the same people who got into Airbnb, boy, they're holding on to a lot of properties that are overvalued. They overpurchased the house. And not only on top of that, the insides are gutted out and it needs tons of work and they don't know what to do. And they're trying to figure out.
All I need to do is sell this property for what I bought it for. That's all I need to do. And I'll walk away without making anything.
And I'm like, sir, you do know that's not going to help out anyone. You're not going to give me the deal and pass on your problems of overpaying. And that's what you're starting to see with a lot of these flippers. And flippers are in some big trouble because some of them did what I tell people never to do. They got arms. Oh boy. I know this sounds crazy. They thought rates were going to stay at 3 and 4%, 5%. And they said it is never going to go up. Do you see what's going on in this economy, Orlando? Do you see what's happening in this economy? It's never going to go up. So not only are you stuck with the arm, a loan payment, and it's continuing to go up, and you don't know how high it's going to go. You got holding costs because no one will buy the property because you overpaid $100,000 to $150,000. And then on top of that, nobody is even interested because it's going to take another $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 to build out the property because everything inside has been ripped out. I'm sorry. Those are foreclosure homes. There are a lot of these properties that these flippers have took on that they didn't know what they were doing. They've been watching HGTV and thinking that it's super easy to get into these homes and flip them and make $150,000 in 2 weeks and then go to the next one. They have. And a lot of these guys are going to be left holding the bag and doing short sales. And that's something that you can take advantage of. But as you know, guys, I could talk about real estate and finances all day. I hope you got value out of this content, but you won't get all of your information from this one video. You need to check out this video here. Yes. It will help you understand what's going on with this housing market, get into your first rental property, financial news. And I promise you, the information you will get from this video, it's gold. It's gold. See you in the next one. Thanks.